What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Let me turn the music off. Hold on. Oof, man, that music really brings me in. Hey, wait, good to see everybody. Let me fix the camera a little bit, too. It's a little bit down. There we go. Hey, good morning. And if you're watching this later on in YouTube, this is something I got to start working on my intro because I realize that not everybody watches my live stream, but a lot of people watch this later on YouTube. So, first of all, welcome to the broadcast. This is how we started out. Yo, who are you? What's going on, dude? My day's going good. I hope yours is too. Yeah, this is the first stream since Thursday. So this is the part of the stream where I just kind of like talk for a few minutes and tell you about the weekend and what's going on and how everything is. And then we're going to jump into the Trackmania part here in just a few minutes. So if you're in here for the track number 23, let's fix this. What's going on with this camera, man? Yo, I need a real cameraman here, you know, actually like shooting it with the camera over the shoulder like 1980s style. Anyway, it's good to see you. So we did not stream on Friday, and I want to explain what happened. So I have a rescue cat. Well, I have two cats, and they're both rescues. And Dorian is the first one. He's all over the stream. Everybody knows Dorian. But the second cat we got just before Christmas. And who are you? By the way, how's your day, man? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate that as well. Boss is the second cat. Came in before Christmas. And he came from a very bad background. He just had some abusive owners. He's 9 years old now, and he's extremely skittish. So we took on the task of bringing him into the house. And because he's hairy, he's got kitty poop all over him. He had a mess, and then like he needs the shots, and he needs help. He needs a vet. He needs a vet to fix him up and hopefully get him squared once. So right now, Meg is trying to get him into a pet carrier, and we have a veterinarian that is willing to accept him if we can get him down today and hopefully fix him up so he's back to normal. So that is the boss situation, just so everybody knows. I did get scratched on Thursday. I've healed up a little bit. Maybe you can see some of the dings on my arm. He did bite me right here, but listen, if anybody deserved it, it was me. I don't really care about the scratches. They didn't bother me. I didn't even go in with like a shirt on because I'm an idiot. But like at the end of the day, like he got me a couple on my feet, on my pinky, on this arm. So I got maybe a couple right here, a couple scratches. Who cares? They didn't even hurt, to be honest. I'm not even trying to be tough. Not that I'm not tough, all right? Just if anybody asks you if I'm tough, you tell them that I did not cry, and I would not cry over a scratch, right? Just be on my team. That's all I'm saying. So that's the weekend update for Boss. We need to get him to a vet, get him combed out, get him back to normal, maybe get his nails clipped a little bit, get his vaccines. I mean, he's got his rabies shot, so I'm safe. But yeah, that's your Boss news. If you guys have any questions about that, please drop them in the chat. You have a bad delay? Oh, Waja, I am so sorry. I am so sorry about that. But the day's good, man, and I'm really glad you guys are here. We're going to do some racing on Trackmania. We're working on track number 23 today. I don't know how long this stream is going to be. I'm going to tell you right now, this could be anywhere from 45 minutes to 3 or 4 hours. The reason being is if Abstract Meg is able to get Boss into his cage, I'm probably going to have to take him to the vet. Okay, so I'm just telling you straight up, my cat is priority number 1, but you guys are priority number 2, and I love you guys. You know that. Every angle ever conceived. Yeah, big time. Yo, Uganda, what's up, dude? Please feel free to lurk, man. And that goes for everybody here. This is a stream where you don't have to participate if you do not want to. Your communication in the chat will only add to the stream. It will never take away. So if you don't want to talk, you don't have to. I got it from here. Hey, it's good that he's going to a vet. Absolutely. We love our cats, and our cats are going to get nothing but the very best. I don't care how much money it's going to cost me. I just need to know that my kitties are good to go. He will be better soon, and he will be feeling great and hopefully prancing around the house and all of that. So, Panda, good morning to you too. Good to see you. Yeah. Big B is number 1 for sure. Old Big B and Big D. Together combined, you don't want that. Unless you say the N-word. No, we don't do that here. No. There's none of that. Hey, all right. So now let's move the broadcast slightly into the game, and then we'll just talk while we're racing. I'm very glad that you guys are here. I'm going to turn on the alert overlay as well today, even though we got bots spammed. Let's also change the game over to Trackmania. Tomorrow we'll be playing Path of Exile. I can't wait to show you my build. I'm super excited to do some stuff over there as well. Yeah, so we have Trackmania, and as a community, we have decided that track number 23 is our most competitive track this cycle. And so we are going to be working on our best time and trying to drive into the top 5 of the community. I was able to do it last time. I don't know if I could do it this time, but I promise you that I will try so hard. Anyway, I hope everybody's weekend was good too, man. It was okay for me. My medicine is messing me up. I'm taking adrenaline for like 4 more days, and I haven't really slept that much. Even last night, I only slept for like 3 hours, but I'm not really that tired. Yo, what's up, Boogie? Good to see you, man. How are you? When Saucy picks it. Well, Saucy he's our ambassador to Trackmania, so I have to use that kind of language, you know? Yeah, Saucy. Well, no, he didn't even offer me a bunch of tracks. He just told me it was 23. I said, okay. Yeah, absolutely, man. You're good? Good, man. I'm glad to hear that. All right, let's go. We're going to try for gold here. This is my first time warming up today, so please go easy on this handsome fella. Oh, coming out sideways and almost upside down. Let's do that one more time, shall we? Hey, you guys, let me know if there's any audio issues, please. I should have this dialed in, but I would also like to make sure. Ooh, I'm not going to get it. Oh, I got it with half a second to go. Ooh, it's upside down. He is the real boss in the community. There's no doubt about that. My cats, they don't play around. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, that was super bad. I'm over here turning in my chair thinking it's going to help me steer. No, no, no. It's just a little quiet. Hey, you know what? Let's fix that, dude. Let's fix that up, man. I can help you. Here we go. Thank you. I appreciate that feedback. Now let's get back into that game. Yeah, so I don't know if we walk away with a PB today. All right, I make no bones about that. I don't guarantee a PB for anybody. But man, if I were to, today is feeling it, you know? Listen, let's just go ahead and just try to finish the track. Let's not worry about the time. Let's not worry about what we have going on. And we're just going to try to do this. By the way, I watched a lot of Ellie playing this weekend. Ellie been playing. Got to run, but hey, no worries, Panda. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Sorry, I was reading the chat. This beginning sucks. I don't know what the point is when making this track on how to kick the start off like that. It just seems unnecessary, but hey, I'm not a track designer, so it is what it is. Let's just go up and over. There we go. We cleared it. We cleared it. Okay. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I will let Boss know that everybody sends their love, and I'm sure that he's going to be very appreciative of that. Boss is a really good guy. He's just been dealt a pretty shitty hand, if I'm being honest, and you know, it's something that we'll work together as family. We're family, man. We don't leave these guys down. Hell no. Let's worry about the track now. That's what I'm talking about. Can you move your thing so we can... Oh, yeah, I guess you guys can't see the timer. Sorry about that, Waja. Jesus. Hey, if there's any other calibrations I need to make, can you guys let me know? What if I leave my camera down here? Is that like a safe spot on this game, you think? Yeah, I'm rooting for him too, man. All right, we got the time. We got the audio. We got the crowd. Let's make it a crowd favorite, all right? Let's jam. I'm rooting for Boss too, and listen, they can drain my bank account for all I give a shit. Just get my kitty back to normal so he's snuggling with me on the regular. That's all I want, man. I want my kitty back on my bed, snuggling with me and purring. I think that's all we all want, right? This is not, I'm sliding so much. I don't know how to control the ice. This is so embarrassing. Oh, I knew I pulled it a little too... Okay. Change your mind. Oh my goodness. This is a terrible track, but I am committed and I'm gonna get this. We are gonna have 1,000 restarts today. I hope you know this. Yo, I've been having so much fun playing Path of Exile. I finally got my build working and I can't wait to show it to you guys. Dude, this track is so hard. It's that little cup on that track too, because if you don't hit this in the middle, it's over. It's literally over. Straighten out the wheels the best you can. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Up and over. Not like that. Anyway, how's everybody else doing on track 23? Is everybody doing okay? Yo, what's up, Ellie? Trackmania is happening. I was just telling everybody, I was watching you play your last couple streams. I've been lurking. One, I told you I was lurking. The one before that, I didn't say anything. But always a pleasure, man. I watched you for hours resetting that track, just handling it. Anyway, it's been a really enjoyable situation. Look at me coming in backwards, upside down. I have no handling skills. When it comes to the controller, I just feel like I got nothing, man. I'm doing dog shit on 23. Me too, man. Me too. You got Jokovic and Stu running this place. Yo, that was clean. That was actually decent. I just need to run this a little bit and just hope. Yo, look at that 360. No hands, mom. You're not motivated for it? What makes you not motivated? What's going on with that? A massive headache 2 nights ago. So I didn't PB. No, it's all right. Dude, I was watching you get like that 18 seconds. You're like 18.1 something seconds over and over again. I'm like, what I couldn't figure out, and I didn't have the energy to type to you in the chat, was, dude, how do you try to shave off 1,000th of a second? And like, those guys were like 5 feet in front of you the whole time. I don't even know what you could have done different, you know? You got a top 150 run? Yo, congrats, man. That's freaking awesome. This game is really about just moving the metrics up a little at a time and nothing more. The bad time is the big hang time. No hands for short. I actually don't remember what track it was. I would have to go back and look. I don't know. It was late at night and all I wanted to do was just lay on the couch and watch somebody play a game for me. And you were that person. I appreciate that very much. Wow, man, that was close. Was it a dirt one? It was a short track, obviously. It was 18 seconds, so... And those guys were just so much faster, like, they would get through the checkpoint. I wish I knew. Well, here's the other thing, Ellie, is I spend most of my night getting absolutely baked out of my mind. Like, to the point where I try not to remember the entire week in one night. Sometimes I win them, and other times, you know, I don't. Ooh, I could not save it right there. Feet for life 18. Yeah, well, it was 18 seconds. I don't know if it was track 18 or not. Come on. I'm starting to get the feel a little bit now. It usually takes a few minutes up front to get it. So if this is frustrating to watch me play, I am so sorry. But I promise that I will be better soon. It's always the soon, you know? That's what a lot of people don't see. This always kills me. We come in, we crank it, we already lost the slide. We're just going straight at this point. No, I would hope that you're not sober. To do what you're doing, I can only hope that you weren't sober. Because it's too hard to do if you're sober, you know? Yeah, if you want good gameplay, go watch virtual. But if you want like really good like streaming, you come here. Because I may never deliver on the game, and that's a known fact, right? I think we can all agree on that, Vaxon. But if you want to come here and you want to be with somebody that's pretty decent to talk to, hang out with, then I'm your guy, man. I'll tell you some stories and shit. I don't mind. I just won't race in the top 100 probably ever. Oh, I hate when I lose the complete car, you know? But I will give you guys a good time. Don't you dare write that on a bathroom stall wall or something like that. For a good time, go see Unjacked. Twitch.tv/Unjacked. Oh my God, how did I spin around on top of the wall? Sometimes I wonder if the physics are actually correct in this game. Because there's no way I should be able to play this shitty. Disgusting. I'm better than we're on F's. Dude, I don't care what anybody says. You're pretty damn good to watch. Honestly, I don't know Virtual, and I've never watched him. But you, and even Saucy, man, you guys are good at racing, dude. And honestly, very entertaining. Okay, we're starting to get this a little bit more dialed in. Even though we're red, it's this turn right here. Holy crap, dude. I gotta finish this. So we're gonna keep going. I know I'm 5 seconds out, but you just gotta understand. This is not gonna happen, is it? Hold on. I just wish I wasn't all over the place, man. That's what makes this so difficult to work with. All right, we're gonna hit this one spot solid. Let's go. And that's clean, even though it's 6 seconds. That's a finish right there. You know what I mean? Yo, hurry up. Oh, whoa, hold on. I gotta say this word. This one's a little bit harder. Yo, Aurelia. What's going on? Oh, Liana, what's going on? You changed your name? I like it. That one's a little bit harder to process, but I dig it, man. I hope you're doing well. It was the Plastic O2. Yeah, that was a rough one to watch, but it was fun. It was what I like watching other people play is I was watching your controls and how you like tap, tap, tap. I assume you're using a controller, but I'm not positive on that. Why does Saucy not stream? I think honestly it's his internet connection. He clearly has the entertainment value. He clearly has the skills, and he's the right age for it too. So the only reason, well, there's probably two reasons that Saucy won't stream this. The first one being probably internet connection, which I think he mentioned he's moving soon. But the second one probably being his profession. You know, he works with, I think, some pretty professional clients. And that may just be part of the gig, you know, not being able to publicly kind of like put yourself out there like that. Some people are like that, you know, because if you work for like a big company or maybe do a lot of side projects, the last thing you want to do is bring like stress to an employer. I don't know if that plays any part whatsoever, but that could. Do you want an ice lesson by someone yeah, man, I don't know how to get that lesson though. I did live, man. All right, we finished the track once. Usually once I finish the track once, it gets a little bit easier after that. I just have to worry about how much I'm cranking the car. And I think as long as I'm not over cranking it, it's fine. And kicking the ass end around obviously makes a huge difference as well. So let's keep pushing. It's this turn right here is like my arch nemesis. Okay, we're just gonna lightly pull, straighten it out, and we're gonna get a little bit better. See, we're already 4 seconds better than last time. This is gonna be hell. Hell in a handbasket. Ooh. I would dig it if Saucy streamed. I'll be honest. Like from I mean, I guess, you know, there's a couple ways to look at it. When you're egging people on the stream, you know, if he streams, I probably won't see him very often. He'll be focusing on his own thing, you know. But when I see people that have the talent and the want to do it, then that's cool. But I will say this, streaming's not for everybody, and it can take a lot out of you. And I don't know if it's worth it. Honestly, if you've never streamed and you want to stream, go make YouTube videos. Just go make YouTube videos, man. If you go make YouTube videos in like 6 months, you'll be a bigger streamer than me. That's the secret. The secret is getting videos out there for when you're not live that people can watch. That legit is the secret. There's no other sauce. You just have to be available for somebody to watch your videos when you're not live. Like, Ellie could make so many videos just per track, you know? Like, all he has to do is have the best run per track, and it's a video. See, I just slid off. As soon as I heard the wheel spin, I knew I lost all my traction. So you come down, and you just start cranking it just ever slightly. But Ellie, yeah, I could use some tips and tricks, man. I just don't know how you can convey those to me. When it comes to this stuff, I'm not the brightest. I'm good at other things. Like, I'm not good at video games necessarily, but I'm really good at other things in life. Yeah, I saw that coming a while ago. You still call it, well, the thing is, well, I guess you got Leah in the name, so yeah, I'll try to call you Leah. So it's not sorry. It's difficult when somebody changes their name and then they're like, no, just call me my old name. I really just read the name real quick and then I make the comment. So sometimes I mess up. Anyway, I will try my best though. Join an open lobby I make? Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, is that something you want to do now? So that I set up, you have standards, so could join any lobby I make. Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta just get it. Twitch is kind of dying out. YouTube is taking a lot of big creators. Well, the money is taking a lot of the big creators. I don't know if Twitch is dying out per se. I just feel like the growth curve is just a little bit different. The secret ingredient was crime. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Ellie, what if you just need the Discord just to talk to me, right? How about this? In my server, I'm going to start the live talk real quick, okay? Hold on 1 second, everybody. And then maybe... Okay, but here's the other issue, Ellie. I am completely deaf in my left ear, so I'm working on it. My doctor has me on some medicines for it and everything, but I'm wearing my headphones today specifically because I can't hear shit. So if I ask you, what did you say a few times? I'm not being a dick. I literally am just deaf. Okay, so Ellie teaches me, if Saucy finds out I did this, he's gonna be so pissed because he'll yell at me and he'll say, I could have taught you that. Okay. I'm starting the stage right now. So if you go in there and raise your hand, I'll put you on and then we should be able to hear each other. So together we make a whole person. Yo, I like this, man. I like that. Thank you. All right, Ellie's in here. Can I just drag you in? Hold on. No, I can't. Okay. Why can't I just drag you in? No, wait, you went into general. Hold on. Hold on. How do I? Oh, you would just want to go general? Yeah, we can just do it here. It doesn't matter to me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, I was just making sure because it said use voice, and it changed me back over.
Oh, yeah. No worries at all. We'll do it here. It's no problem. So, all right. Well, Ellie, good morning to you.
Hello.
What do you think of my ice slides? Huh? Oh, wait. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just making a quick room for us to
Okay.
do the hunting.
Can everybody hear Ellie or?
I am actually very quiet, so it
No, I got you tuned up, so you should be good. I'll let everybody else tell me. So, ice slides, man, I have no idea. Like, I'm trying to figure this out, but I just feel like my hands are really dumb. Yo, we got Turtles here too. What's going on, Turtles? Good morning to you.
If you if you just like back out of that.
Okay.
Out of the.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
You're gonna go to the live tab at the top. So you're gonna go play.
Play live. Okay.
Okay, and then you're gonna go to arcade.
Done.
Okay, and then there's a club rooms tab, and you're gonna hit the little search icon.
Hold on 1 second. Club rooms.
Yeah.
Oh, club rooms. Search. Okay, got it.
Icon. And then you're gonna type in 23 practice room.
23 practice room. If I learn this, I'm gonna beat the shit out of Yoko.
Right there.
Oh, boom, we got it. All right, we're good.
Yeah.
Here, hold on 1 second, Ellie. Let me just welcome in a bunch of people here real quick. Turtles, so glad to have you here. Nebraska, good morning to you, sir. How are you? It's good to see everybody. I'm so sorry I haven't seen everybody in so long. It feels like it's been forever, and I apologize. I'm trying to make my rounds to see everybody on Twitch as much as I can, but it's really hard lately. Your studio lights are shining off your bald head. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Just shaved it too, just for that effect. So thank you so much. Yeah, I love Avatar. So if I could look like Avatar, I'm good with that, man. I'll bend some air all day long. All right, Ellie, we got a crowd over here. So
fantastic.
Yeah. I've never done this before, so I am completely new.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
So, I noticed that you tap a lot, like you're tapping directions. You don't actually really want to do that. Ice is a very hard steering oriented surface.
So you want to do smooth, like, it's not so much tapping, it's complete and utter like pull of the thumb. Like I'm literally pressing the thumb completely and letting go. This is the worst thing, and unfortunately this action bleeds over to FPS games for me, and why I suck at aiming so bad. So, all right, I'm gonna just listen to you. Guide me if you wouldn't mind.
If you want to just hit tab.
Tab. Okay.
It should pull up the scoreboard.
Yep.
Okay. And then if you hover over my name with your mouse and click on it, you should be able to see a spectate button.
Perfect.
And I'll like run you through the movements as I'm doing them.
Oh, okay. All right. We're in. We're watching Ellie, everybody.
Okay. So.
By the way, I always love your purple car.
Great. So what I do is I steer a little bit to the left, sorry. I'm dyslexic, so I get my lefts and rights mixed up.
That's okay.
I steer a little bit to the left as I land, and it brings my car over just a tiny amount, and then it's a full steer right with minor brake taps to get that first slide in.
Oh, I'm not doing any brakes whatsoever.
Yeah. So for ice slides, it's always a full steer. You never want to like partial steer it because your car will it won't start sliding.
Holy crap, you're almost backwards on that.
Yeah. don't want to, you want to full steer, you don't want to like partially steer.
Interesting. I'm always afraid of overspinning the car.
It's not too much of an issue as long as you're not like in the middle of a gear, but gears are important more so at later times.
Saucy has given me his files and everything to look at. I have tried so much. That's a great time though, still. I just want to be more competitive, and I just feel like once I learn all of this, it'll be a lot easier. So it's a full steer with some braking.
Yes.
Man,
so I'll show you a little bit of just like freestyle stuff, just to like get a bit better of an understanding.
Okay. Can I ask you how long did it take you to kind of like really like get the, I don't know, get like all of this kind of learned?
How long did it take me to like learn how to do this?
Yeah. Like was just like an hour in front of the TV and you're like, I got this, or
I specifically, I wasn't able to start doing like really well. It took me about like maybe 3 or 4 days of a lot of practice because at the time I was out of work.
Okay,
so
I got you.
I was putting in probably close to like 12 hours a day on ice.
Holy cow.
3 days.
So is it just like doing what you're doing right now, just kind of getting the feel of the car, learning it, and just having some fun with it?
Yeah.
Because I want to get better, especially at the brake. I see you're tapping your brake too.
Yeah. It keeps you in the slide, and if I stop braking, it'll pull me out of the slide.
Interesting. Man, I feel like I put so much time into Track 18. By the way, Nebraska, I will take one of those bong hits too, by the way. And good morning, I'm doing very well. I hope you guys are too if you're just coming in. We got Ellie on the line right here, and they're helping me try to figure out the whole ice slide thing. It's
inputs as well.
Yeah, well, I'm watching. I'm taking it all in. It's very interesting to see people that are good at playing this game play. So I see your brakes, acceleration. How do you stop from going up the wall?
So
is it just hitting it right, or
specifically for, you're talking about the bobsleigh part, right?
Yeah, like I keep getting way too high on that wall, and I don't know how to calm it down.
So you come out like from a kind of straight angle, and you just hold left just a little bit.
And then
you can kind of cheat with it. There's something called action keys, and there shouldn't be anything bound on your controller to the A button, I think. You're on Xbox controller, right?
Yep.
So nothing should be bound to your A button. You can find your A button to action key 2. Mind you, it is going to get a little tricky then, because you will have to like click it again to get out of the action key, but it makes it so you can't steer past 80%, see?
Oh, that's interesting. Limiting your steering. Oh, wow.
So it makes bobsleighs a lot easier.
Okay, I will have to check that out too. Another question I have, it's got blue lines, it's got red lines on the bobsled side.
Yep.
And are those meaningful to me? Should I know what those are?
They are mildly meaningful. So when you're going for a bobsleigh, you want to aim for that red line right in the corner. You want to stay right there.
Ah, okay. So that's like my HOV lane.
Yeah, that's the one that you want to be in.
Because I never know. Like, you know, I mean, I understand that markers are really, you know, important. Is this Ellie out here revolutionizing Trackmania and its bounds? Hell yeah, man. I'm glad we found you. I'm very glad.
technically, I found you.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I'm glad we connected. How about that? It's hard to connect with people on Twitch in many ways, you know? Because you don't know who's who and what's what, but yeah. What's up, Irish? Good to see you. Good morning to you. I'll give you guys a boss update too, all right? While we watch Ellie here, they're just showing me like how to turn and stuff like that. But just a quick down and dirty, I opened it up with a good amount of boss talk, but we're trying to get boss over to the vet today. We're trying to get him into his pet carrier right now, and hopefully get the vet to square him up. But yeah, we're looking pretty good. He is feeling okay. The nice thing is his bowel movements are good again, so I'm very happy about that. Thank you guys. I appreciate your interest. All right, I'm watching Ellie. Ellie's staying in that red line, comes out sideways, spinning it around, ever so slightly tapping that brake, and through the gates. This right here is my worst part. Beautiful turn, man. 14 seconds up. Look at that. And then this is where I usually fly out of the bob chute. You stay nice and low, no big deal. Holy shit, you came out of that sideways.
Yeah, that's so you can land in an ice slide.
Whoa.
I slid out a bit, so it's not going to be a great time. It's not
Yeah.
even going to be a time.
No, but that's okay. This is extremely helpful. I know it's probably aggravating watching somebody play like I do. Somebody that's not as skilled.
For me, it's super entertaining. I love it.
Oh, really? Because I would get frustrated. I'm like, why can't this forehead just finish, you know?
I love watching new people pick up ice and like attempt to learn how to play it, because it is a difficult surface, but once you learn it, in my opinion, it is one of the most satisfying surfaces that this game has to offer, because there is such finesse in how people play it, and it's just so like a good ice player. Like, I am not a good ice player. I am decent at best, but a good ice player, they are the most fascinating people to watch play this game, in my opinion.
I think that's why Saucy keeps picking ice tracks too.
Yeah.
It is interesting. I agree with that. Yo, Irish, those emotes are hot, dude. I love them, man. Very nice emotes.
If you wanna hit your, I believe it's the reset button on your controller.
All right. B, no. Let me see. Spectator. Oh, let me see.
Or you can go to.
Okay, so I'm on.
Alright.
Okay, so this is where. Oh. Okay. Oh, I spun a little bit. I went too hard on the brake.
That's
Okay. Usually it takes me, my first hour is just kind of like. Oh, man. Oh, a little too hard. It's all right. We're still going. Still going.
Okay. And then for this part, you want to go down a little bit earlier, and now just full steer, brake a bit.
Oh, okay. Okay. Man, I know. I got to put the lime time on, I think.
I think
Full steer, full steer.
no,
Or is
think
this where I
over.
should have 80%?
You have to turn over just a tad bit more on the left.
Okay, so. Oh, that's hard.
Yeah, that's
I can't-
that's bad angle.
Yeah. All right, let's try to get this a little bit better. Okay. My problem is not knowing when to use the brake. Okay. Oh, but okay, right there, I saw how the brake influenced that turn. Oh, I came out really bad. Oh man. Hey, no worries, man. New house. Hold on, let me read what he says here. Hold on. See you guys soon. Oh yeah, you know it, dude. Listen, I hope you have a great Monday. Don't work too hard, Irish, and I will see you soon. I promise. Yeah, no worries, man. Okay, actually, can we all just take like 2 minutes real quick? I want to go check on the boss situation and just kind of see how that's kind of playing out, and see if he's entered the pet carrier. So if everybody could just give me 1 second, I just need 1 minute. I'm gonna go in there and I'll be right back. All right, hold on. All right, everybody, we're back. Boss is in the basement in the corner, and he's not wanting to get into his carrier. So we're just gonna give him a little time. Maybe he'll go in there, and we'll see how it goes. All right, we're back to this. Ellie is taking a work call. So, oops, I think I pressed the wrong button. Okay, let's keep this going. All right, let's keep this track working its stuff, man. Coming down. Oh, we broke a little too hard though. Dumping the problem on your daughter. No, sir. This is a family event. I've put blood and sweat into the game. I would never dump my kitty on anybody. No, if I could do it myself, I would. But I also recognize that as a man, I'm a little intimidating to a small cat. And so there's probably very good reason why he's not listening to me. I just understand that gender in certain cases, especially when it comes to animals, can make a huge difference. Yo, I am all over the place. Oh, hi, Ellie. I see you're back.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I needed to go check on my kitty anyway. He's scared in the corner of the basement, and makes me feel bad.
Yeah, work called. They were trying to take away my 1 day off this week.
What? Dude, your one sacred day and you can't even get it off? Like, what's going on there? Oof, that is bad.
But I told them not to come in, but I wish they would look for literally anyone else first.
Right? Leave me alone that would be my answer. See, every time I break, I lose it. That's the other issue. I feel like breaking for me is the wrong thing.
Let me watch.
But then, like...
try some very tiny taps.
Okay. You know what? I'm just going to play right here for a second. I'm not going to try to go through the thing, and I'm just going to play right here. Maybe...
Yeah, will we get 360? Hell yeah.
Yeah, right? So... I don't know. I'm not sure how to register this in my brain that this is easy to do. I don't know. Okay. I'm just gonna race.
Have you seen the movie Cars?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, remember the scene where it's like turn left to go right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Look at that.
Well, yeah, now it's the execution past that, though, so...
But I mean, that was a solid attempt.
Yeah, that was good. Like, and then you want the full steer over here, like ease up on the acceleration, bring the front of the car back, and just gently...
No.
Sometimes that hang time can get a little... 5 milligrams. Okay. Yeah. All right. Sorry, we're trying to figure out how much Benadryl to possibly give
The key.
boss. Yeah. But the thing is, like, I can't give him liquid Benadryl because the liquid Benadryl comes in flavors.
Yeah.
And cats don't necessarily like grape and cherry and all that like kids do. So, little harder.
And you want to straighten out here, and then do slight turns.
Oh shoot! That was too much. I'm gonna keep going again.
Do you want to break the track down into like teeny tiny parts?
I don't know if that's as helpful for me. I mean, it is a helpful way to do it. For me, I've learned that I just have to keep restarting from the beginning until I get the rhythm of the entire track. Because when we were doing track 18, I was breaking it down into little components and just pressing Y to get that last checkpoint restart. And it wasn't like sitting in my head for some reason. This is the problem with being older. My brain isn't wired the same as it used to be. I also blame psilocybin mushrooms on that. Okay. Come on, give me this. I just want a good run. Okay, flip it upside down, pull it, pull it, pull it. Let's go. Straighten it out, and down we go. Oof, that was bad. Not the best, not the worst either. That's gonna be bad. Holy oh! Okay, I'm gonna keep pushing. I know it's bad, but I'm so close to the end anyway. It's just getting those runs completed. Man, I really appreciate you taking the time to even help me here. I know this is not great to watch, but... Do you play any other games, Ellie, or is this it? Oh yeah, no worries, no worries. I assumed that. Okay, we're gonna keep this going. We're a second and a half off from a great run. That's it right there. Or at least one of them. We're just gonna keep pushing through. My hands have to learn this. Let's go. All right, that is a PB already, I think. I don't know. Yo, Solo Candy, what's up, dude? Yo, Trackmania has a steering wheel support? Yeah, as far as I'm aware.
Yep, it does have steering wheel support. There is a pro player who plays strictly on wheel, and he plays in first person.
There you go. There you go. Direct answer. I don't have a steering wheel, and I don't know if that's something I would want to invest in for Trackmania. You recommend it?
No, don't recommend.
Oh, it just feels like a lot of hardware commitment, and I'm hesitant to do that.
You can count the players who play on wheel, and you can count the players who play on wheel well on one hand.
Wow.
It is a very difficult way to play this game.
See, that's good to know. I always thought it'd be cool, like, throw on a racing helmet and just play this game for everybody.
It would be very entertaining, I'll give you that.
Yeah, no, it would be. The entertainment value would be there. Please don't do that. I was like so close, man. All right, let's go. Let's try that one more time. I felt like that round was really good. I just didn't have the finish.
Yeah. I got called in for work today. Oh.
Oh, do you gotta go?
No, I have.
Oh, sorry to hear that. You must be pretty needed for them to be calling you.
I mean, like, 3 of the people that can do my shift just left, so there's only 3 of us left that can do my shift.
Oh.
And I've been telling them for months to get new people to learn how to do what I do.
My wife is in that situation right now, but the issue is they know they need extra people, but why would they go do it when they can pay you next to nothing to keep coming in? You know what I mean? Like, companies have very little incentive to have extra employees on board.
Oh, no, we're running bare bones right now. Like, we are understaffed.
Yeah, and they're probably like, well, the business is going well. We don't have to change a thing.
Yeah, no, I've explained
Unfortunately.
it to them forever that, like, we need more people because we are losing 3. Is that a PB?
That's a PB.
Nice.
That's a PB, baby. Woo! What's going on with this PB? Oh my goodness.
Yo, screenshot it and put it in the Discord. You're ahead of me.
No way. No way. That's not true. Yo, I just moved up 2 spots with that one. I just want to beat Djokovic so bad now. So after what you told me Djokovic did, all I want to do is get good so I can whoop the shit out of him.
Oh yeah, no, he jumped in my Discord and like bitched at me for probably close to like 5 or 6 minutes comparing what I did. There's a person who played this game called Riolu who cheated his world record times, and he actually got hired by Nadio to do the author times on a few of their maps for a new game that they released like however long ago, and he cheated those as well.
What?
And
yo, I'm 3 seconds up. Holy shit. Oh, not anymore.
And what ended up happening was we found out and he got like kicked out of the community basically.
Oh shit.
All of his times were stripped, etc., etc.
Damn.
And what ended up happening was Yoko came into my Discord and started complaining about me coming into the New Hampshire servers for like 2 days because I fell asleep and didn't change it.
Wait, can't you just tell him you're playing against somebody in New Hampshire?
I did. And he was like, somebody that's part of New Hampshire, like, who's in like 6th right now is now 7th, and they lost the will to play the game. And I was like, if they lost the will off of one person beating them,
I don't feel bad over that.
I'm sorry, but they're just not meant to be competitive in the game.
Yeah.
Like, if you lose your will off of getting bopped by one person.
Yo, I need to tell Yoko to get out of my game.
And then he proceeded to like compare me doing that to Riolu cheating for like 15 years, getting world records that are completely falsified, and ruining the game for everyone else. He compared me doing that to that.
Honestly, it just sounds like kind of a shitty person. He's been enjoying his reign in New Hampshire far too long.
And I joined with my 40,000 points, and he went, oh no.
Yeah, because it's competition, and he doesn't want competition. So I understand. And Solo Candy, I did have a really good start on that one. I just need a better one now.
But it's whatever. I just went back to Ontario. We have our own false flagger right now, who I'm currently beating on every single track.
Well, I'm hoping that I'll get better at this, and then Yoko can come into my Discord and try that shit with me. So
we'll get you some top like 1K times this season. Don't worry.
Yeah, well, I know it's hard because I only play on Mondays, but I'm working on it.
Dude, one Monday, like every like week for like a month, and I'll get you at least like 8 or 9 top 1K times. Like, if you let me.
Yeah, man, I want to work at this because I don't want to be virtual, but I would like to be respectable. So when I am streaming this, people are like, yeah, I could watch Unjacked. Like,
Easy, man.
That would be okay. You know, just give them what they want, some entertainment. But I do feel already like I'm starting to kind of grasp this a little bit better today.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this help is awesome. How many hours a day do you think you put into this?
Right now, or like on average?
On average.
If we were to average it out, because I did take about a month off.
Yeah.
Because I was burnt out. If we average it out entirely, I started playing the game a year ago. As of last campaign, I would think we're averaging. Oh God. I don't even want to know this time right now. This is going to be sad and ridiculous.
Oh man, still a good one. I think you should you should just keep retrying the start if you can get it perfectly lined up. No, that'd be amazing. Yeah, that was a PB until I messed up right there at the end.
It's not as bad as I thought it was.
Yeah.
It's only like 3 hours a day.
Oh, that's not too bad. Like 3 hours a day seems okay.
I mean, like, admittedly, when I first started playing this game, in the first 2 weeks, I logged just over 180 hours.
Holy cow. That's some serious time right there.
Yeah, that's over 12 hours a day.
But I can understand, man. You're like really competitive. I really enjoy watching you play the game, and it is interesting, to say the least.
I'll be going because there's going to be TMGL qualifiers. I think next month, and I'll be competing in those.
That's so cool, man.
TMGL is the Trackmania Grand League. Which is sort of like the esports for Trackmania.
Yep.
So I'll be trying to get into that.
That's good. Are you gonna do a live on stream so we can watch? I'll promote it, dude. If you're doing any kind of special events, please let me know, man. We'll put it into the Discord and everything else.
I might.
Okay.
I'm very, very bad with like anxiety and stuff, so I might not stream it.
That's okay.
Because I had a panic attack in Div 1 for like just a couple of days, so.
Wow. You know, a lot of people, they don't understand what panic attacks are like. My father, he had them later in life before he passed, and I didn't really get them until I was around 40, and I haven't gotten them in a while. Hey, there you go, Solo. That's 1.5 seconds off right there at the beginning, my friend. Then I did that, unfortunately. I'm so sorry. You should host them. Ellie plays at different times, but if I saw Ellie on, I would certainly host them.
Yeah.
All right, not as. Yeah.
I can't play too hard right now because yesterday while I was at work, someone did leave a coffee pot on a burner.
Ooh.
And we're not supposed to use the burners because they are metal coffee pots.
Oh wow. Yeah,
so
I
went to pick it up, and I no longer have 3 of my fingerprints.
What? You burnt yourself that bad, huh?
Yeah. No,
holy cow, man.
My fingerprints. It doesn't hurt that bad because the nerve endings did get fried, but it's not.
Oof. Yeah, no, it's still not great though.
So yeah, I won't be going too hard.
Yeah, I imagine you probably need a few days to recover from that. Ooh, I got a little wonky right there.
Yeah, it's fine.
I feel like I'm doing much better though.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Just trying to gain some momentum here. Fly through here. Ooh. I'm still gonna finish though. It's not the best, but not the worst either. Okay, hold on. You can auto host for a while, I think. Yeah, you know what? I haven't updated my auto host in a long time. Hold on, I'm gonna pause that just for a second. Yo, what's up, Falcon? Good to see you, man. Yeah, of course. For normal Trackmania, wheel would be nice, but on this shit, no, this would be really hard. And then you gotta learn how to like play with a whole nother piece of hardware too, and that's gonna take some time to dial in. And then like, if you get like a lower quality wheel, then you're stuck with like substandard equipment. You know, where other guys with wheels could have the $1,500, $5,000, $10,000 wheel setup with metal brakes and gas pedals and, you know, the whole nine, maybe even a pod to sit in. So I don't know, like you can dump all kinds of money into this kind of stuff. I don't typically do racing games on my stream. I'll be straight with you guys. This was the exception. Yo, what's up, DJ? Good to see you, man. I mean, at the end of the day, the only game that I truly play off in my own time is Path of Exile. And I like those kind of games, but I felt like adding in a racing game could add in some flavors, and I do like racing. This is an unpopular opinion, I'm sure. My favorite racing game isn't even a racing game. It's a crashing game, and it's from Burnout 3, the car crash where you just drive and make as much mayhem as possible, and you get points for the worst crash you can possibly get. That has always been my favorite like car game there is, and we ended up streaming. That crew that made the crash part of Burnout 3, they went on to make an indie game called Danger Zone. And it's not as detailed and beautiful as Burnout 3, but you still get all the crashing and all the functions that you had in that game. We did stream it, I think, a couple days on the stream, and it was okay. It was okay, kind of well received, but not really. But to this day, those are my favorite games as far as racing goes. The most modest setup, force feedback, 3 pedals. I would say that's pretty reasonable, right? I don't know if I want to be shifting. I mean, you kind of need to for that top end, but yeah. I have not played Wreckfest. I've seen Wreckfest. I think Wreckfest is beautiful. It's a Microsoft game. I used to watch this one streamer that played it all the time, and but yeah, I have not played it myself. All right, we're going back in. Sorry, Ellie. I'm going back and forth from chat and
You're the streamer, dude. You need to.
yeah. It's hard to balance 3 conversations.
Oh, but yeah, no, while you were doing that, I just tied Yokovic's time with a reset.
Oh, nice. Oh, I went a little too high on that one. How long have you been streaming? You mind if I ask you some questions?
Yeah, go for it. I've been streaming for a year and a few months. Because I started playing Trackmania about 3 months into streaming.
I don't know what happened there. So, do you just play Trackmania on stream?
At the moment, yes. I also play The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. I told you that before, I believe.
Yep.
And I play with a Disrupt, so my chat can like.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. That's bananas.
It's a really good time. Unfortunately, my chat didn't seem to like it too much. They didn't really. I think it's just because I didn't have enough people to like play with it. But as I grow my stream, I'll try and do it again.
That makes sense. Oh, somebody entered the room, by the way. I love this. But playing here with an open practice room like this, will that allow people to, will my good times count? Like if I have PBs over here?
Yeah. See, your time updated, you're 25th with a 104.
And people can just join and race with me in this? This is awesome.
Mind you, you do have to have standard at least, and you have to have one person with club access to make the room.
Oh, okay. I have standard, but not club access, is that correct?
Yeah. Yes.
I feel like there's so much I still have to learn as far as this goes. Stay down, stay down. Oh, I did it. Did it wrong. All right. Yeah, but it is good to have everybody here. I have such an interactive community, and I love it. Because, you know, we have so many different like storylines going on. I have a kind of a weird streaming relationship with people. I don't know what people think of me, but I don't think I'm the typical guy. But yeah, this
like other girls.
You like what? I'm sorry.
No, it just reminded me of like I'm not like other girls.
Oh yeah, I'm not like other girls like Brittany. Like she's so bad.
I talk about basic.
Yeah. I started out playing Balloons TD6 on stream. And that's how I kind of built like my crowd, and then we went over to Among Us. I mostly play community games. If my community can play with me, I'm down. And you know, so when I play solo games like this where it's just me, it kind of feels weird. Whoa! Yo, we just jumped all over Santiri and then messed it up. Our relationship is pretty lacking. That's right, stupid Brittany. Leave Brittany alone. No, oh, that's a really good start. Holy cow, and I'm about to completely biff it right here. Feels bad. I don't know, let's see how bad we're off right here. Actually, we're up a second. Okay, this is not gonna go well. This is not gonna go well. Do you ever use the brakes? No, man. I am all gas, no brakes, dude. Once in a while, I think about it, and it completely messes up my run. I know that it's highly encouraged that I should, but like, I just can't help it.
I myself have highly encouraged it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I got experts basically telling me to use brakes, and I'm so dumb. I can't. Yo, that's a good one. That's a decent start right there. We're up a second. Let's go. Hold this down, man. We got this. Don't. The other problem is my age. I don't have the hand-eye coordination that some of you guys do. I hate to use that as an excuse, but the older I get, the more I realize how like dumb my hands are.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we are in the blue. Oh, I am coming out squirrely as a mother. Okay, let's.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna try to sink this back in. Maybe come across.
Pretty good.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Literally, that was, no, I gotta start from the beginning. I can't press Y and pretend. I gotta have it, man. And anyway, the more I do this, the better I get throughout the whole track. So it seems like that's a little bit too much. I'm trying, DJ. I promise. I want to bring this home for you. Everybody's counting on me. I feel like we're gonna get it. And I've already gotten 1 PB today, so I'm getting that better start consistently as well. I do like ice tracks. I don't tell anybody this, but I do kind of like the fact that Saucy keeps going back to these. Last, oh, I went the wrong way. Shoot. Power's finally back up. Oh shoot, you lost your power? That sucks. I lost it the other day and it was awful. I lost my ice slide. There we go. Don't pedal to the metal. I know. I can't help it though. Ever since I could drive, I got my driver's license in 1995. I think I've hit the brakes like 4 times in almost 30 years.
Okay, if you lose an ice slide and you start to slide out, tap your brakes. Like just keep
Tap.
tiny
And
little
just-
tiny little pads,
Okay.
and
We are-
it'll bring it back after a short bit.
Okay. We are up a second, so. Oh my God. We are still up a second.
Okay, now go as far right as you can off the jump.
Okay.
Oh, oops.
Hold on. This isn't that bad. All things considered. Hold on. Coming in for it. We are up a second. I'm going to flip my car though.
Hang on.
That is not a PB. I lost it right there at the back. I'm sorry, Waja. I'm trying, man. I'm trying, guys. Please, please, please. No, I'm not ready for a prediction yet. Not yet. All right. So I'm not. The predictions are no prediction. All right. No predictions today. And the only reason why is because, like, as soon as Boss gets into his carrier, we're gonna wrap up the stream because I gotta put him in the car and get down to the vet. So I'm afraid that the PB is one, gonna induce some anxiety for me. And then two, I'm not gonna be able to complete the PB, and then it's just gonna be a wreck because tomorrow everybody's gonna show up at the stream and be like, what's the prediction? And I gotta go through the whole, thing. I know. But I'm gonna keep trying, all right?
Okay, so that second bobsleigh part,
Yeah.
when you're going into it with the reactor boost,
Okay.
jump as far right as you can, and it'll push you towards the bobsleigh, and it'll help you stay lower.
Okay. That was a good start right there. We're up a second, almost. We're not gonna turn too much. We're gonna kick it right here, flip it, and press. Gonna loop around, come in. We're up almost 2 seconds. Okay, this is where it's gonna get a little squirrely, but that's okay. I did take some of the acceleration off, sadly. Oh, I didn't get right enough. Oh no. Okay.
That's still a good landing.
I know, because the booster is going to push me all the way up like that. Yep, I didn't come in at the right angle, sadly. All right, Centauri, though, he's over here trying to, or she, I have no idea. That was a restart, yeah. Okay, here we go. I'm trying, Waja, please. I hope to make you guys proud before this is over. I came down wrong on that one. Okay. It's funny watching my numbers for the stream bounce. I'm going back and forth from like 10 to 3 to 9 to 3.
Good start.
I can't tell if people are like, I can't watch this. Okay. Well, we're still up a little bit, not the best run. Let's see what this does. Spin the car, crank it. Try to get those tires lined up. Okay, we're still in the positives.
And far right.
Okay. Oof, I hit a little bit.
No, that's...
Okay, now I gotta just hit this. Perfect.
There you go.
That's a PB right there. Oh my goodness, we keep doing it.
In the
We
next
keep
30
doing it.
minutes, you did it in the next 5.
Holy cow. Whoa. I don't know why it wants to restart me almost immediately. It should I gotta chill out right there. Holy cow. Yo, we're doing it, man. We're working our way down. I don't know what our top 5 is right now. I don't even have my band on. Hold on.
56.92.
Holy shit. I gotta get underneath a minute. I gotta shave like 6 seconds off of this bad boy. Okay. I gotta go shake this out just 1 second, because man, I feel like And we're gonna put the band on. You know we're gonna do that. Let's make this happen. Let's pull this full lime time. Okay, I'm just gonna go and start the water for the tea real quick, and so I can kind of settle in, and we're gonna try to get as many races in as possible.
Did you want to spec me while you're gone?
Let's do that. All right, everybody, you guys can watch Ellie. Ellie's on the hook. I'll be right back.
So how are y'all doing? I'll be your host for the next 5 minutes. I'm doing pretty well. Just, unfortunately, I don't think I'll be PB during this session. So you won't be able to see anything too crazy. But I'm your teacher, Ellie. I'm pretty okay at ice. I'm not the best. I'm currently 283rd, I believe, on this track. I mean, like, it's not that great. I'm usually sitting in, like, the top 100. And I haven't really been able to grind out a really good time on it yet. I'll hopefully be able to put, like, actual time into it after my hand heals. Get a 52 or so, because I'm still sitting at a 53. At work, somebody left a coffee pot on a burner, and I went to pick it up, and it was a metal coffee pot, so it shouldn't be on the burner, so I didn't expect it to be hot. And I burnt off to get my fingertips. Sweet. Yeah, it'll get better. It'll just take, like, a little bit of time. Is that 0.7? Yeah. So I still have 0.4 before I get to, like, PB range. and I have and I have 1 second before I get the champion medal on this map. With this current time that I have in the lobby. That is too high. I can bring it back though. I've never had a world record at the end of a season. My end of season best is I was 7th on Winter 20.
I'm back. I'm checking you out. Yo, I did move up 1. I'm on number 24.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about my band. Hold on. I was trying to talk to Boss, but he's really scared. Can he even see the chat? He can. Ah, man. All right, we're back in. So, Ellie, what keeps you coming back to this? Just you love the game? Is it the competitiveness? What is it about Trackmania that brings you in?
I'm an addict.
Just an addict?
Yeah.
That's the way I am about Path of Exile. Everybody else is like, I'm out of here. I hate this game. And I'm just like, give me more.
And also, like, there's nothing ever gets old in Trackmania. Like, there's always new maps to play.
Yeah, that's true too, right? Always keeps it interesting.
Because, like, there's always players making maps.
Solo Candy's asking if they should get a double or a triple monitor mount for future proofing. And I'll be honest, I would always go to triple.
Future-proof triple, yeah.
Yeah, we have 4 triple monitor stands in this house because there's 6 people. So 4 of us have triple monitor stands. I paid about $110 for the triple monitor stand, and I just bought 4 of the whole thing. And everybody's moved up to 3 monitors now. We were a 2 monitor family for like the first 15 years. Now we're a 3 monitor family. And I could never go back to a double monitor. Never. Absolutely not. I have 2 27-inch monitors and a 34-inch monitor in the center. And the 34 monitor is really for like video editing and stuff like that. It's an ultra wide. Yeah, that's my answer. The double monitor is so 2018, man. Yeah. Bro, I have 0 monitors. Dude, I am gonna cry in monitors for you. You have a pretty large desk. Well, the thing is, like, it doesn't even matter how large your desk is because the triple monitor is just gonna use 1 point on that desk and elevate the 3 monitors off of it. So as long as you have the width, you know, you're good. I have an 8-foot desk for my streaming desk. It's honestly, it's a butcher block. It's an 8-foot by 2-foot butcher block, and I made the legs and everything. So it's super heavy duty. I can stand on it. It holds all my lights, my cameras, my monitors, all of it. Yeah, it's really, really nice.
Yeah, I was really young when I got my desk, so I went for the minimalistic, just straight glass desk. Poor decision.
But you have room to grow in it, so, you know, it should be fine. Like, my issue is I'm already old and I already have a little bit of money, so it makes sense for me to spend it in this manner. Whoa, that was a beautiful slide. Holy cow, you wiggled in there. What in the... There you go. Better than Djokovic all day long.
Oh yeah, I'm beating him by 2 seconds, like right now.
Yeah, damn. That is... This is so good, man. I'm sorry. I am enjoying watching you you race a little bit, but we could go back to me doing that in a sec. Goes out a little bit, comes around. All right, I think I noticed something that you did right there. Kick it to the right, slide to the left. Insane. Absolutely insane. All right. Okay. I'm going to switch back over to, let me see. All right, let's take some runs and see what I can do here. Too much hanging out. But yeah, I think having a setup and something, one thing I did when I started streaming, I just told myself, like, hey, every month or every other month or whatever I can swing, right? Because there's no, I don't lock myself in like that, but like, just make an upgrade on the stream, and whether it's noticeable or not, and then after, you know, for so long, it's gonna kind of pull itself together.
Yeah.
So I've been streaming now for about 2.5 years full time. And yeah, so I've learned a lot along the way, of course. The biggest thing is don't listen to other streamers, because what worked for them is not going to work for you.
Yeah.
It's always going to be two different values of entertainment and outcome. And you just need to find what you're good at and do it. And not that everybody's looking for any like tips or anything, but that's just what I've learned along the way. Try to be good, but try to be entertaining more than anything else. I don't have a game that I stand out and do world records in like a lot of streamers. So I have to lean more on my personality and my humor to get me to the dance, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah.
For me, I have to kind of do the same, because in Trackmania, I will admit that I am good at the game, but in terms of streamers, I am still near the bottom in terms of skill.
Yeah. And unfortunately, it doesn't matter what game, unless you just happen to have one game that you do world records in. Like, it's going to be very hard to change that.
Yeah, I wish I streamed back in my like Rainbow Six and Call of Duty days, because back then I was competing in like Call of Duty World League. I was going to like the Champions Leagues for Rainbow Six, and I wish I streamed back then, because like then I could like pull viewers just from that. But unfortunately, I kind of had to stop doing those. So.
Yeah. So like my main issue right now is the type of content I want to produce. I don't know what I necessarily want to do right now, but I want to talk. I know that I want to do just chatting. I know that I want to do Unjacked After Dark. I want to be able to do night streaming, late night streaming, less gaming, but more entertainment value, more like clip making, more, I don't know. I just feel like video games, I'm just passing the time until I can figure out what I really want to do. And sometimes that gets me questioning, like, I don't know, it gets me questioning, like, why I'm doing what I'm doing. And it becomes a little bit hard. Have you tried music? I don't have any kind of rhythm in my bones. As much as I wish I could just go into, because the music genre of Twitch right now is blowing up. Fully agree. I just don't have musical talent as much as I wish I did. But I'm funny, and I know this. And I want to use my comedic value to its fullest. Like, I know where I shine personality-wise. Wow. Seems like a lot of... Wait, what was that? Hold on a second. Oh, okay. We got a special brush coming for Boss right now. All right, it seems like a lot of musicians are on the front page of Twitch. Yeah, right now they are. But Twitch comes and goes with fads. And while most of them are getting really popular right now, the overwhelming majority of them will never make it to a top spot on Twitch. Because Twitch isn't a musical platform. It's just, there'll be like one or two, like Mark Ribley, whatever his name is, that will like make it to like some serious level shit on Twitch, but the rest of them will only be like 500 viewer Andys for the rest of their streaming career. And it has nothing to do with their talent or anything like that. It's really the entire package when it comes to the musicians.
Basically, when it comes to streaming at all.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Basically, when it comes to streaming overall, pretty much, like like very rarely will you ever peak above 500. Like
yeah.
Only I think I saw a little like they did a little statistic bit on Twitch.
Yep.
And 20% of streamers are pulling 80% of the viewers.
That's correct. The overwhelming majority of Twitch streamers will never have a real audience. I have this one streamer that I followed a long time ago when I was playing Goose Goose Duck, and she had a meltdown on stream. She had like 10 viewers maybe on a regular basis that she could kick it with. And after her meltdown, she's never gotten past one viewer average for the most part. And it's really hard to come back from incidents on Twitch and all that. This is gonna be really hard for me to. I did it. That's another PB right there. I won't be able to do that again though. That's about the best time I'm gonna make up on the end. Oh, I'm not ready yet.
Make up a lot more time.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure I can. Just, my noobness, that is a PB, man.
You can make up a lot more time.
See, Solo Candy says he's here for the fun times. I like that. But that's what I do. Like, I've always been a class clown. I've always been that kind of personality. Like, nobody shows up for like me playing sports or something. I mean, sure, I can play them and all that, but people sit around to listen to my silly stories, to hear what's going on, and I can appreciate that. It's what I do. Wait, what? All right, let's see if we can get another PB real quick. But yeah, I've had an interesting life too, so I have a lot of different stories and a lot of different experiences that other people will never have, and I think it brings value to my stream too. Plus being a little bit older, there's not a lot of older streamers. I'm sure there are. Well, how many streamers do you think there are, Ellie, that are like in their 40s plus on Twitch? Do you think there's a lot or a little? I actually don't know the number to that.
Overall, if I was to take an estimate.
Yeah.
Of over 40, you're probably looking at no more than a couple hundred.
Really? That low?
Maybe like 2,000 or 3,000 at most.
That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know how many old guys there are out there hustling, I might actually have to look up that statistic because I honestly don't know.
Like that's just, and that's like an estimated guess of my understanding of the platform.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's, yeah.
So it's not like actual.
I'm sure they got the numbers. I'll have to go look it up.
I know I by far am in the majority because I am 22.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're really far into that majority too. Oh, I was 3 seconds up on that one. 7% of the streamers, I think I nailed it. Well, there's roughly 15 million people streaming a month on Twitch. And so I would say people in my age range probably make up like 0.1% of that. Like pretty low, I would imagine. I would imagine most people trying their luck on Twitch 20s and 30s, and even 30s probably slim pickings because most of those guys have to work. Like I have a benefit of being retired and disabled, so I don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
And most people in their 40s do not have that luxury even a little bit.
No.
Yo, we did it. We just cut a second off of that. That felt good.
Oof.
That one kind of took my time away a little bit, sliding everywhere.
Let me test something real quick for you.
Yeah, no worries. Holy shit, I lost 2 seconds on that. Nah, I think it's 7%. You think what's 7% of 15 million? That would be a lot, right? That'd be at least almost a million. No, it would be like 1.2 million. 7%. Yeah, that would be like 1.2 million people are my age or older on Twitch if it's 7%. I think. I'm not good at math, so please don't like hold my feet to that, but oh, I rubbed a little bit.
It would be 700,000, so it'd be probably about like
1.05. It looks like they just did the math too. Gonna stick with my gut on this one. I like a guy that doesn't back down. Like, know your gut, respect your gut, and let it lead you. I like that.
As someone who is indecisive, I will never stick with my gut.
You always go back, second guess your multiple choice questions on a test.
Oh no, I never second guess those.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's because if I don't know those, I just go for C.
Every year for promotion, they gave us a 100 question multiple, 2 of them. So it was 200 questions total, 100 about the Air Force and 100 about your job. Like how good you knew your job in the Air Force. And every single year you go in for a 3-hour testing session and you have to like come to terms with yourself. Like, okay, am I going to second guess myself or am I going to get promoted this year? And getting promoted to the last rank that I held, which was E7, it took me 5 tries because I was second guessing myself and I was just missing it by like a couple points. It was a really hard one.
Now,
so
for a Canadian that doesn't know ranks.
Yeah, so there's 9. There's 9 ranks in the enlisted force, E1 through E9, and so I retired as E7. It usually takes about 18 years to achieve that, and even with me missing it 5 times, I made it at 15. And so I wasn't really like super high ranking necessarily, but I was in the top 3% of the enlisted force.
Nice.
So yeah, anybody that's E7 or above, top 3%. And then, so I'm not bragging or anything. It's just, that's just what it is. I don't give a shit. I don't really miss it at all. Like, I know somebody, you know, a lot of people, they retire and they're like, oh man, I wish I could go back. I miss this so much. Not me, man. those guys can go fuck themselves. Like, I don't want any part of that shit ever again. I won't send my kids to the military. I don't want the military involved in my life anymore. It's a hard stance, I know. But, you know, I also retired 5.5 years ago, so I've had some time to kind of like come down a little bit. The first couple years were really hard. But now I kind of feel like a normal dude a little bit. All right, come on. This is it. This is it. Come on, let's go for. I want this one. Oh no, I spun out right there. I second guess myself all the time. Well, as you get older, you have to either build that confidence to trust yourself, or second guess yourself always. Okay, we're up almost a second here. 3/4 of a second at least. Spin it to win it. Let's go. Okay, come on, dial in. Ooh, man. My gut will give out an answer to try to validate it. Dude, I've been through this, man. It is nerve-wracking. I don't know if I'm gonna get another PB today. We're gonna try. Man, I would just love to get this underneath a minute. It would feel so good. Yeah, you know when you're right, though. When you learn your body and like the emotions it gives you after you answer something, it's kind of like it's learning how to tell if your body tells you yes or no. I don't actually know how to explain it, but there is a way. But I'm older. I've had time to learn. Oh my God, I'm all over this bobsled. One of the wheels broke on my chair, snapped in half. Jesus, dude. What are you doing with that chair? That poor chair, man. This method has gotten me an A+ on multiple tests. That's what I'm saying, man. Don't mess it around. Here's Ellie. I'm gonna go make tea real quick. Ellie, I'll be right back. My throat's dry. I need it. So hold on.
Enjoy your tea. Hi, chat. It's me again. How are you guys doing? Relaxing. There. How do I control the left joystick? Like... I'm sorry, I really don't understand. Like, do you mean like... So if you watch my, so you can actually see my inputs on the right of the screen. The answer generally would be yes. I don't really roll because it's just left-right movements. But yeah, no, it's kind of like a mix of everything, because you can't really rely on one specific type of movement, to like get you through everything. Uh, if I notice that I do have a mistake coming up, I will tap steer. Like I'll just do very quick movements, just like correct it. Generally, if I'm in control though on ice, you'll see me do like wide sweeping movements, just to keep everything like in line, working well. Because for ice slides, what you want to do is you want to steer in the opposite direction. You want to steer in the direction that you want to turn, and then you want to steer immediately in the opposite direction and do a full hard steer to get it to happen. Like if you watch what Unjacked is about to do.
Trying. Coming down left, I'm leaning into it, and then I'm going out of it. Trying to just right, not hit that.
Like that.
And then this is the tricky part, is keeping that steered. So yeah, it's a little bit trickier. All right, so my daughter is trying to give Boss liquid Benadryl right now. His special brush just came in. Amazon just dropped it off. So if he lets me brush him, then he doesn't have to go. Yo, Only Z's, what's going on, dude? How you doing, man? Always good to see you, homies. No, I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. I do appreciate that. All right, not the best start. Had a little bit of hang time, but you know, we'll see what we can do making it up. I don't know why I'm struggling to come out on that second turn now. Trackmania used to play. Yeah, this is a lot of fun, dude. And you know what? The best part about this is I feel like it's kind of bringing together my community a little bit, and I'm getting to meet other people like Ellie. We got Ellie on the line, and Ellie is a really good racer. So I kind of like what Trackmania is bringing to the community. And you know, for anybody that's been in my community for a little while, you guys know how I am about community games and being able to kind of push each other a little bit like this and have some fun. I think it makes a huge difference. Okay, we're gonna 2 seconds below. It's all right. We're gonna keep going until that. All right, let's go. Yeah, no, Trackmania is good. We got into it about 2 or 3 months ago. For the last season, Saucy asked me if I would maybe consider it as a streaming game. And when you guys do that, I listen. And honestly, it's been a lot of fun. I don't have it installed right now. Gladly stick around. Hey, appreciate that. Listen, we're just chit-chatting it up anyway. You know, it's a good Monday. We're gonna stream. We're probably gonna stream for a little bit longer because I'm gonna try to get Boss hooked up. I'm hoping he'll eat that Benadryl though, so he'll calm down. All right, this feels okay. We're still doing pretty good. And then we'll spin it over here. That was a little bit of hang time. Yeah, not the best. We still got to practice this though. Oh man, I got flipped upside down. Not great. And then for anybody that's tuning in, wanting to know what's up for tomorrow, I'm gonna do Path of Exile tomorrow. I want to kill some monsters with you guys, and I want to show you what I spent my weekend working on. We're about 3.5 weeks away from the new league, and I'm gonna start producing more YouTube content here shortly. And I've also been thinking about, all right, this is the part of the stream where I want to talk to you guys about some ideas I have in my head about some of the content I want to do. And I have been considering making a new Twitch channel and calling it like Unjacked Politics or something along those lines. I want to talk about real like things. I want to talk about, oh, that's terrible. PoE, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Working on Winter Orb, yo. So right now I'm finishing out my life version, Arakali's Fang, and I think I want to play with the Carrying Golem build a little bit more too. But yeah, that's my PoE right now. So tomorrow, that's what we're doing. I want to talk about some real subjects. I want to talk about some left-leaning politics. I want to talk about some real shit. And I feel like my age kind of affords me to do that because, you know, I do have some real world experience in a lot of topics that I discuss on my stream, but I also don't want to alienate my current audience that's here for the games. So if I do start another Twitch channel, one, I'm wondering if I can multi-stream it to YouTube because it wouldn't be an affiliated channel. And then two, I wouldn't have to, you know, I could build an audience that specifically is looking for that type of content. And I'm just thinking, man, that could be a really good opportunity. There's another PB right there. Stream tonight? I think so. A lot of it depends on boss tonight. All right. So I am planning on streaming at 7 p.m. with Legs, but I don't know. She has not reached out yet, so I don't know what's on the agenda. But yeah, that is the plan, Watcher. So if you got to go or anything like that and you want to hang out tonight, I'm like 80% sure that I'm playing tonight. But if my kitty needs me, obviously that's going to come first. So I'm not trying to get out of streaming, just so everybody knows. I'm just trying to fix my kitty cat. All right, that was some pretty good acceleration right there. We're up a second and a half. Oh, I think I just biffed that right there. Nope, still up. Let's go. Okay, we're up a second plus. And I'm completely backwards, so probably not the best situation. Yeah, I mean, so that's the only exception. Like, I plan on streaming tonight as long as the kitty situation is okay. I mean, I was nervous I wasn't going to be able to stream today, if I'm being real, because I didn't know what I was going to wake up to. And I don't know, not too bad. I just need to comb boss. So as long as he calms down and lets me get into that fur a little bit, we should be fine. The problems with having a long-haired kitty that's scared of you all the time. It's real. Okay. Come on, man. I want a good run so bad. I feel like this turn right here is like... Oh, a second almost. I just hit that post. Nope, not good. We go again. But I don't know what we're playing tonight. I don't know if we're playing Gang Beast or something else. But we'll play something, I'm sure. She's already working on some kind of thought pattern. I love hanging out with Legs in that group. Ellie, do you collaborate with other streamers very much? Do you play community games with other streamers?
Not often, because I'm saving up to go to school, so I can't really afford to get other games at the moment.
I know my group of collaborators, we mostly play free games. And we play multiplayer free games or games that cost very little. Well, I will put it out there. If you're ever looking for a group that's really low cost to get into, I will send you an invite if you ever want one.
Yeah, I'll definitely think about it. I'll have to put it on the back burner because I do have a few things coming up that I'm really excited about.
Yeah, no worries. No worries at all.
Also, October's almost here, and that's a very big month for me for streams.
What's in October? If you have anything you want to announce or anything, please feel free.
Oh, it's just like every October.
Okay.
I should say 1 October so far. We're going into our second one. For Halloween, I do the Halloween stream.
Oh, okay.
Which is a week-long stream. We're on for 24/7 for the entire week of Halloween.
Whoa.
I'm in cosplay for the entire time. It's one of the only times I'll ever be on camera,
Okay.
unless I'm showing off other cosplays. And we kind of just do like everything. So like I'll play Trackmania, I'll play The Legend of Zelda, I'll play like streamer, not streamer, viewer games that get like suggested or gifted during it. And yeah.
And that's October 1st.
It's October this year. So it's the week of Halloween. So it's from the Sunday of the week of Halloween to the Sunday of the week after Halloween.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll make sure we get that on our events calendar for our Discord as well. Yeah, I do a lot of that stuff. I promote other streamers that are doing cool stuff. So if you ever have an event or anything like that you want to share with the Discord, all you gotta do is let us know, or you can just put it in there. I look at it this way. My only job is to get people entertained. And if I'm not doing the entertaining, at least point them in a direction where they can go and get that said entertainment. So always happy to put that word out there. But yeah, quickest way for you to gather watch time. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So this year it'll be happening from the 30th of October.
Okay.
To the 6th of November.
I'm looking forward to it. The only thing I do exciting is, and I wouldn't even say exciting, I stream on Christmas. I stream on Christmas. It's the one major holiday that I make all exceptions for. And there's a lot of people out there that don't really have people to celebrate Christmas with or the holidays with in general. And so I have always welcomed people into my house on Christmas to have dinner with my family or hang out with us, or whatever. And I've done this for the past 20 plus years. So I've tried to bring that over to the streaming world. The first time I did that, I did have a pretty wild experience. I don't know if you know who Tico is on YouTube. Kind of a weird streamer slash like video maker. But he ended up putting me in one of his videos and giving me $250 live on stream the first year I did it, and it was kind of weird because that wasn't like the point, but it was still kind of cool.
Well,
yeah.
In my honest experience, and in my honest opinion.
Yep.
So very risky thing, very opinionated. But I don't think a lot of people will ever make it for streaming or video creation if you make the streaming or the video creation strictly for monetary value, if it's something like streaming or on YouTube just for yourself.
Yeah, and that's true. I couldn't agree more with that. People can see when you're just about the money, and that's something that, like, I make no bones about it. I'm not here for the money. I don't want people to sub if they don't, there's no need. Like, just come hang out with me, but like, I'm here for the fame. Like, I want to be popular. I want people to know who I am. I don't care about the couple $100 a month, whatever. It helps me take like the missus out to dinner, say thank you for letting me share my time with the world. But like, at the end of the day, it doesn't necessarily add value. See, I'm trying to go too hard in that area. So, yeah.
At the very start of that bobsleigh, you want a smooth steer, so like just very slightly to the left into the wall a lot earlier, like pretty much as soon as you land.
Yeah, it's just the one area I got to work on right there. How dare they support you? I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not ungrateful for like gift subs and stuff like that, but it's not like a cornerstone of my stream. Like, I don't want anybody to ever feel like they owe anything, Like, the biggest compliment that somebody could give me is just tell somebody about my stream, man. Like, just tell your friend that you found an awesome stream and this guy's pretty cool to hang with. And like, that's worth more than any $5 sub, But not everybody feels that way, I guess. I'm not trying to make a living out of this. Like, I've already made my money. I want as many people to attend my funeral as possible. That's probably the best way to put it. Like, I want people when I go out to be like, damn, he will be missed. That's all. I'm a simple dude, man. I'm not looking for a whole lot. All right, coming out towards the right, hit that ramp.
And steer left.
Ah. Actually, not the best, but not necessarily the worst.
Yeah. So you want to steer left like as soon as you land, but not like full steer. It's just like a partial steer. And then once you get to the wall, it's a right.
That's another PB.
That is not.
All right, hold on. Between PBs, I got to take a second because, hey, listen, as long as you don't intentionally put in mid rolls, no, like I don't even want to do that. I don't care about the ad money. The only thing that bothers me about the ad situation is the fact that I know in some cases it'd be better if I put an ad on when I take a break, so that way new people coming into the stream don't get an ad at the beginning, but
Oh no,
I just can't be
get an ad when you join a stream if you're from North America.
Yeah, I see. I don't know if that's the case because some people have said that if you run 3 minutes of ads per hour, new people won't be shown ads when they come into the stream. But I don't know. But to me, I don't get paid to manage Twitch's ads, and that's on them. Like honestly, if you can't be bothered to come to my stream because you got an ad like at the beginning, I don't know you and I don't want to know you. Like if I'm not worth waiting 30 seconds to check out, then so be it. I just don't get paid by Twitch to do that. Matter of fact, I don't get paid by Twitch for any of it.
Yeah.
Ads are worthless on Twitch basically. But again, that's not my focus. My focus is about the entertainment piece and get people interested in coming back tomorrow and hanging out with me. Yeah, I am PB and all, but when your time sucks, man, it's kind of easy to PB like crazy. Like that's the thing. But yeah, at the end of the day, man, I'm just here to have a good time. I'm not here to control ads for people or companies. If Twitch wants me to show ads, they need to figure out how to get that done. I'm just an entertainer. Man, you ride that bobsled so well. There it is. Ooh. But yeah, no, I don't know. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing a second channel on Twitch just to see, but I will not affiliate. If I do a second channel, I will not affiliate on it.
Oh yeah, no.
And I'm gonna multi-stream to all 3 platforms: YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And I'm gonna do a left-wing political show and have like a really good time. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not playing right now.
No, it's all right, man. We're just chit-chatting anyway. This has actually been a really good learning opportunity, and I've already moved up to spot 23 in New Hampshire. If I can get underneath that minute, which I will, there's no doubt. Oh, it would be fun. I agree with that. All the Facebook old people will definitely tune into that. You'd be surprised how many old people that are also left-wing, though. I mean, it's definitely, the situation's way worse the older you go, but there are still people that are reasonable that are older than me that can have a conversation. It's just not as many people, but still, I feel like doing my part, would be really beneficial. I love how you fly out of that thing. Like if I don't do it, man, that's one less voice out there putting together a better future. I don't know, man. Like here in the US, we have elections coming up, and I feel like putting myself out there a little bit more is either going to give me death threats and people protesting my house, or it's going to give me a platform to speak on. I don't know what's going to be what, but a new channel comes with new branding, comes with a new YouTube channel and everything. Like I'm talking about a clean slate, 0 followers. We do it again. But my fear is not wanting to log back onto this channel. So this private conversation that's taking place in my head is going to take me a few weeks to kind of settle in on, because I don't really like to make rash decisions on this kind of stuff. I don't want to get it wrong. Do what we want. Yeah, no, absolutely. And I also don't want 50 YouTube channels because I had 50 ideas. I don't know. I want to make content that matters. I feel like the content I have been making has been okay for a very isolated group, but I feel like in general, I've been making less than desirable content. And I don't like it. Like, I really want to get into podcasting. I want to take some of my property and build like an actual like building with studios built into it, so I can like walk outside my front door and basically go to work, which is not work because it's so much fun. But I want to have a professional set of studios, like 2 or 3 studios, actually designed for different purposes. That would be a dream come true for me. Ellie, how long do you think you'll stream for?
Like, as in like
when, like how long you think? Until you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80? Like, have you even thought about this? You just gonna stream until it's not fun anymore? I'm just curious. Like, I ask weird questions, so I apologize, but
I really haven't thought about it, because I don't see why I would stop, because my whole, like, my goal for streaming isn't to, like, be famous or make money or any of that. I just want to have a community that I didn't have, like, when I was younger, because Twitch was always kind of, like, my escape. Or YouTube, I guess, but it's not really quite the same in a video format as it is like live.
That's true.
You don't get the same interaction, and when I was younger, I didn't really have anyone to talk to or any of that, so I want to create a community for people to like come to and just like not feel alone.
I think that's respectable.
As long as I have a community that is willing to come and like say hello and like just create a spot on the internet where you can be weird and just enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
For things that maybe people you don't have in your life, like around you immediately, who can understand, then I think as long as I have people who will come and say hi and be like that with me, then I don't know why I would ever stop.
I think that's a fair and reasonable answer. I started streaming. My first stream ever was 2019. It was May of 2019. I streamed a handful of times, and my only reason to do it was I was playing Path of Exile, and we moved back to the U.S. because before here I lived in the Philippines, and we had a nice house in the Philippines, and it was really cool, but when I moved here, I don't work and I don't go to school, so I don't really have places to go and meet people. And because I live in New England, everybody here kind of minds their own business, and like they just kind of like stay in their own property, in their own houses. And for me, I didn't have a way to like meet people, so I just wanted people to play Path of Exile with. So I figured if I streamed, people would stop by my stream and then maybe join my guild and become friends and hang out. And it happened a little bit. Like, I met some really cool people, but then it turned into something like what you're talking about, you know, where the community itself is like the next evolution of that.
Holy
that is
shit.
Fucking amazing, dude. Amazing. Wow. Ellie pulling a
that's actually like a PB.
Yeah. No, I can see your time versus like Stu, for example. Like, you definitely have first place in New Hampshire right now if you were to move over. Congrats on that. That was huge.
No, I was sitting at a 53 313. Now I'm at a 53,048.
Yeah, that was a great run, and we got to see it. What triple monitor do you recommend? Can't seem to. Okay, hold on one second. While we're watching Ellie, sorry, let me go find that for you real quick. I'll give you the one that I bought 4 of, because at least I can vouch and say like, yeah, dude, this is the one. Where is it? Hold on. I ordered it. There's the monitor. Hold on. Where's the stand? There's the stand. Okay. So, if I go buy it again, hold on. Is this it? Purchased 4 times. Hold on. Let me get rid of the referral link. Copy. Just tell me if this works for you, Solo. That's the monitor stand that I have right there. What? Oh, how much was it? Right now it's $139. Amazon says that on the lowest it's ever been is $103. Right now it's at the highest price possible. It's never been this high. So if I was you, I would make sure that you have Keepa installed on your Amazon, and then put this in your notifications for like Honey or something like this, and wait for this thing to drop down. I would not buy it at 140. I would buy it at maybe. I would wait, honestly. It looks like their last deal was June, and then it's just been up and up and up and up. So I'd imagine we're coming up into another deal zone in the next month or so. So I would put that in your cart, and I would just wait for that. I would not buy it at that price. It's the highest. Absolutely not. Actually, I had that one open. Yeah, that's the one that I have 4 of. So, and I can tell you from not just for me, but for my other family members, they love it. So it's different here in Oregon. We were actually we were looking at Oregon. We were looking at properties in Oregon as a potential going to the West Coast situation after the kids go to school. But I really don't know where our end game is. Honestly, I just want to go where cannabis is legal and where I can build my next multi-million-dollar company. And Oregon is perfect for that. Oregon would allow me to do everything that I want to do. Do you know if it comes with a grommet? Yeah, it comes with everything. It literally comes with you don't need anything. It comes with the tools. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh, that was nice. But yeah, that monitor is the whole shebang. I mean, if you got the extra $40 and you don't really care, then pull the trigger if you need it right now. But if it's something you can float on for like the next 30 to 40 days, I would just keep an eye on that price and pull the trigger when it's below the all-time high. Ellie, I'm sorry for putting you on blast right now by having you stream this, but I'm really trying to take some like pointers from you right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a 52, so.
Oh, you go with it. I think we're all here rooting for you anyway. You know, I appreciate you trying to give out your secrets here and, and sharing it with us as a group. I mean, it's only going to make us all better anyway, So I love this. We've never done this before where we could just open up a room like this. You can float on it. Good. Yeah, Solo, that's the way to go though. But I do love the idea of Oregon. I really do. With my wife being from the Philippines and wanting to go home a lot, it's a lot easier to fly out from the West Coast than it is from Boston. Because right now I live about an hour north of Boston, or for those that are keeping track at home, about 5 hours south of XQC. So, I mean, not that me and X are ever going to hang out. He would be cooler if he did, but, he's already got an old person to hang out with called Hassan. Hey, Dorian. What's going on, my dude?
Oh, man. I accidentally ran into XQC. Oh, whoops. I accidentally ran into XQC.
What was that like, hitting up Felix? Yo, what's up, dude? Did you actually talk to him or no?
Oh, no. I just ran into him.
Oh, okay.
I was visiting, because it was back when he lived in Quebec. And
I don't know where he lives now. I know that, you know, obviously he's from Quebec, so.
yeah, it was back when he lived in Quebec. And I was visiting family, not in Quebec, but somewhere else. And I was kind of like just on my way through Quebec to get there. And I just like stopped at like a mall, and I just like ran into him, and it was very weird.
Oh, that would be weird.
I was like, you don't exist in real life.
You're just a figment on my TV. I've never watched a stream, and I don't have anything against him. I'm not into that type of content. We got Dorian up on the desk right now. He's ready to hang out. He's in San Fran right now. My cousin lives in San Francisco. I do have a cousin out there. I mean, he should be out there to hook up with all the big streamers like that. I would think that it would be pretty important.
Yeah, back when I played Rainbow Six professionally, I almost moved to Oregon.
Really?
Yeah.
What would that have done for you?
So we were gonna get a house for our team.
Oh, yeah, I got you, man. That would be so cool to have like a team of like housemates that just stream.
So we actually didn't stream anything. We were strictly competitive.
Oh.
So it was for building up like team, like cohesiveness.
Yep. Kind of like Pacific Rim, where you guys are like syncing together, so you can, you know. I would love to have like a network of friends or like other content creators around me where I can go and hang out in IRL. Like, I'm so jealous sometimes when I see the big streamers. You know, they have like 20 of their top streamer friends. It's like, God damn it, I'm not even close to cool enough for this. Oh man.
Yeah, it was to help build like team like
cohesiveness.
And then it was also because like if we all lived together, we couldn't miss like scrims or anything, because we'd be like, "Yo, dum wake up."
I love the thought of things like a 100 Thieves and stuff like that, like the business side. Like when you get to that level, you know, it's obviously different when you're just trying to make it, but like those collaboration houses, they really matter for bigger level of content, you know.
Yeah.
Morale, yeah, absolutely. Morale is important.
I'm honestly probably one of the biggest 100 Thieves fans you will ever meet, for the sole purpose that back when I played Call of Duty very competitively, Nade Shot, I ended up in a scrim against Nade Shot.
Oh.
And we got absolutely destroyed. Like, it wasn't a close game. But afterwards, I went to Nade Shot and I was like, hey, like, we noticed you guys were doing like this, and this, and we don't do this. And I was like, it's just in this one specific area, and I was wondering if you could like point it out and like give me some pointers or something. And he ended up like going over the entire match in a theater mode and explaining to me what we were doing wrong and how we could fix it.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah. Like, he is one of the nicest people I have ever run into in the Call of Duty like scene. Like when I was playing super competitively.
I mean, that's actually a really heartwarming story, because honestly, people at his level, I would expect him to be like, get lost, you know?
This was back in 2016, so I doubt he would remember.
Yeah, you never know, man. You never know. It depends how like how much that meant to him, you know, somebody asking him for feedback. You know, some people are into that, some people aren't. You put way too much Sombra on my ankle. Dude, I don't know what Sombra is, but it doesn't sound good. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know much about Nade Shot, but he does seem like a decent person. Obviously, 100 Thieves has grown significantly since especially that time. Do you have favorite content creators within 100 Thieves, or do you just like which part of 100 Thieves do you like the most, I guess?
I like the Nate Shot part of 100 Thieves.
Okay. All right. Because, you know, there's the Among Us part, there's the offline TV part, you know, Valkyrie and all that. I don't really know much about 100 Thieves. I understand the business concept. I understand what they're doing. And honestly, I could only dream of having, you know, that. But this has been a really enjoyable stream, by the way. Oh, it's like icy hot. I see. No, Dorian, don't scratch my screen. He's trying to actually paw at your car.
Yeah, my car will do that. It's very attractive.
Yeah. Oh, you messed up. What'd you do to your ankle, Solo? What's going on, man? Yeah, there's a lot of different stuff in the streaming world. Oh man, I'm rooting for you before we wrap up the stream. I'm still gonna go for a little bit. I want to go, and I'm actually really enjoying this. Honestly, it's kind of a laid back conversation, and I understand that when you're racing, especially when you're streaming, that you don't really talk like I do. Like, you'll talk in between gaps, but you stay very focused on your racing. And I hope that I'm not screwing that up for you right now.
I mean, like, I PB'd earlier.
Yeah, I mean, you did great earlier, so I'm assuming it's not messing you up. But, but when I watch your stream, you definitely focus in way more.
Oh yeah, specifically for the stream that you tuned into, that's because there's a guy that joined my region.
Wow.
Who shouldn't be there. And
I gotcha.
I'm assuming it is in response to me doing it to both Wales and New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Where I did it for like a few days and then just left.
You know what would be interesting? Like, doing this with other like Trackmania content creators, and just like us taking turns doing exactly this, but holding a conversation for the audience to listen in on. It's almost like a podcast within a stream.
It's a YouTube React but live.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. I think that this has been the best Trackmania stream we've had. Super chatty and productive. I agree with that, Vaxon. I actually do agree with that. I was moving some filing cabinet drawers for my aunt and tripped out a set. Oh, Jesus, dude. I'm so sorry to hear that. Sounds awful. I hope you can bounce back from that. Yo, what's up, Ark? I see you right there. Hey, man. I'm just having a good Monday. We're hanging out with Ellie right now. Ellie's driving this purple car and show me the ropes, if you will, for track 23. I really appreciate this so much. And we're just having a great conversation while we're doing it. Well, I hope your ankles do heal up, dude. This sounds awful. VIP badge looks good on you, Ark. Yeah, it looks great. And by the way, Ark, I don't have the link to that video off the top of my hands, but thank you, Ark, for making that video last week. I really enjoyed it. I almost want to take that same like video, whatever, and give it to like 10 different like video editors and see how many different versions of that could be. I would love to take that intro and somehow put it to like music and a beat and like make it like a 5 to 10 minute opening of my stream. Oh, thank you. There you go. If anybody wants to watch the video that Ark made, it's right there. That's something that I may end up doing just to push as like a meme opening to the stream, so it's not like just a boring stream starts soon kind of thing. So more to come in the future on that. Yo, what's up, Commander Gary? How you doing, man? Good morning to you, or afternoon actually. Well, for you it might be morning, but either way. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I want my stream just to be like super engaging. Like, I don't want people to feel like they can miss even one. And that's the hardest thing to do. Your life will remain incomplete unless you watch the video. True. Just relaxing. Good, man. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, we're just having a good day right now. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how many other like Trackmania people would be interested in doing this with me, but I know that you are, Ellie, and I appreciate that. I've actually really enjoyed this conversation. So I noticed that you stream late at night a lot. Is that like the norm for you, or do you just stream when you can?
So I usually stream late at night whenever I get home from work, because I get home from work at about depending on if I have to stay late, because I do have to stay late a lot, probably 11-ish p.m. EST. And then on my days off, I usually stream from like whenever I wake up to dinner.
Holy cow. I know that your night streams are right about when I'm ready to like chill out with the kiddies on the couch and just kind of flip through content and see what's available. And at night, I tend to like to watch Twitch because Twitch won't show me ads on my TV, but YouTube will constantly, so it's annoying. But Twitch, I can also kind of fall asleep to as well. So it is helpful in that regard.
Yeah, and that's kind of the aim with my time, like when I start going live.
Yeah.
I get the people who are like, they're getting ready to either go to bed, or my EU friends who are like just getting up.
Yeah, that makes sense. I just don't like chatting at night. Like, I don't watch people stream to chat with them. Because, I mean, well, I guess it depends. I mean, if we're having a really goofy time. So, like, there's a streamer called The Duck. He's a friend of mine. We haven't hung out in a while, but, like, I still miss him and love him dearly, of course. And he does some, like, really silly stuff at night. And once in a while, I'll get super baked and then tune into his stream, and it'll get goofy. But in a good way. And I will end up chatting for that. Oh man, I thought that was gonna be the run right there.
oh no. I had a horrible bobsleigh.
Oh, that's all right. So everybody, we're watching Ellie do some racing right now. If you're just coming in, I'm gonna be wrapping up the stream here in a few minutes, but I want to kind of watch a little bit more before we go. He's on the left. Left jacked is cursed. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, no, we do have a night stream tonight. Usually on Monday nights we'll play, like I was saying earlier, the party games, and it's a lot of fun. Sometimes I stream them and sometimes I don't. It depends on what game that we're playing. Like if I feel like the game isn't that interesting, or if it's not going to help me bring viewership, then sometimes I won't. Like Goose Goose Duck is a great example. We played that last week and it was a good time, but it's not stream worthy. I struggle getting viewership for Goose Goose Duck anymore, and so to me it's not worth like putting on a show for it. So that I won't necessarily stream. And then other games I will stream because people are interested in it. I don't know, it just depends. It's such a hard thing, man, to figure out on Monday night.
You're getting the full LA experience right now. I've reset like 6 times in a row.
I appreciate it. I'm not upset by this at all. Like, this is the cost of doing business I've learned on Trackmania. I don't know how many resets I have, but it's a lot. Do you have any other Trackmania streamers that you could recommend to me or my audience that might want more?
Oh yeah, 100%. What do I recommend? Tatana is a really good one. He's super interactive. He's way more interactive than I am. He's not as competitive, much more relaxed. And he streams most nights, but he goes live around the same time as me, so it's pretty late. You have Valen for your early morning streams. She's a really good streamer.
Oh, nice.
She's an early morning one, so you'll probably get her at around like, well, if you're NA, it's early morning. For her, it's like noon or like late afternoon.
Oh, okay.
But for us, it's like probably 9 or 10 a.m. that you'll see her go live. And then Scarzer. Scarzer, uh, he created the ice training campaign, which
Okay.
is really good in my opinion. It really gets you, like, it really nails down the basics for people who are getting into ice.
Is that like a YouTube series or like a training mode on the game?
No, it's so it's kind of hard to explain without showing it. But
That's fine.
basically, if you saw, if you go to like your main screen where like you have like your campaign and all of that stuff, on the right hand side, there will be a little like tab that says club campaigns, and
Okay.
Scarzer made his own campaign
That's
uh,
cool.
dedicated to learning how to play ice.
Huh.
And I highly, highly, highly recommend it.
I'm gonna take a look at that for sure.
It is very difficult starting off,
Okay.
but as you get it, it becomes easier and easier, and it'll feel a lot like it'll make this map feel very, very, very flowy.
Yeah, I think I just need more time, more, experience behind the Dorian. Oh shit. Dude. Oh no.
I think stream might be ending, guys.
Oh no, Dorian. You broke my mouse pad, my LED mouse pad. I'm not mad at you, buddy. There was something for him to play and he stuck his claw right into. Oh man. It's all right, dude. You're fine. Oh man, it wrinkles up my thing though. All right, no big deal. We'll iron that out, buddy. Don't worry about it. He stuck his nail right into. Oh no. Oh, he broke the LED. That's all right, buddy. We'll just unplug it. Yeah, the LED broke right there. Holy shit! I can't believe that. Yep. It's gone. It's all right. It's good enough. Damn, dude. Your claw went right through the LED strip, man. Holy shit. I don't even know what to say about that. Alright, well, the light broke. It doesn't go all the way down or around anymore. Fuck. Dorian's such a mess over here. Sorry, buddy. I'm not mad at you or anything. I just can't believe you actually pulled that off. Yeah, he exacted his revenge right. It's an LED light. Who cares? It's like a $15 mouse pad with a little LED strip that goes around it.
I'm not mad. I'm actually quite impressed.
Yeah, I mean his target is like perfect. It's because I had a little watch battery. I got to replace my wife's thing, and he was playing with it on the side of the mouse pad, and his claws are so sharp it went right through it. So it broke the light tunnel that the LED travels. It's interesting. I don't care. I just need a mouse pad at the end of the day. So Ellie, after this run, I'm probably gonna go to just chatting, and I'll squeeze out of the Discord. Do you have anything you want to announce, like your next stream or anything like that? I really appreciate your time today.
I really don't know when my next stream will be because I did get called indoors.
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
And then I will be doing a lot of schoolwork, so it could be soon, it could be in a bit. Like, I really wish I could like have a very consistent schedule, but right now it's just not in the cards. I stream
that's all right.
5 times a week though, so.
Oh, then you're always out there then. I appreciate that.
3-5 to end it.
That's beautiful, man. Watching you play is just so good. I love it. I'm gonna back out of this and kind of like just wrap up some of my thoughts on the stream.
If you're backing out of this, while you're like out in the main screen, I can show you where Scarzer's thing is that you can find.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. Let's do that. And Okay, so let's close this out. Let's go back. Back. Okay.
And then you're just gonna go to solo.
Solo play. Solo.
No, just play. And then solo. Yep. Top left. Yep. And then library club campaigns.
Okay. And this will help anybody out there that's also looking for the same thing. There's Icy Summer 22,
Yep.
and then everything else.
Top right, there's the little search icon again.
Yep.
Okay. And then you're just going to type in Scarzors, and then it should come up. SCAR.
Okay.
ZOR.
Ice training right there.
Yep.
And that's 25. Wow. All right. Well, that's great. I'm going to use that for sure.
There you go.
Ellie, thank you so much. I really had fun today. I hope we can do this again in the future too.
Yeah, literally hit me up whenever you want, and I'm always around.
Sounds good. Well, I hope you have a great day.
5 p.m. EST.
It sounds good. Again, thank you, and we'll talk very soon. I'll hop out of here, and we'll do it up.
Have a good night. Or good
You
day.
too.
Jesus.
You too. Thank you. All right, everybody, let's move into. Honestly, that was way more fun than I actually anticipated. Hanging out with Ellie was a blast. And you know what? Getting some of these tips and tricks and everything else is just always a good time. And yeah, I appreciate Ellie very much. Matter of fact, if you're not following Ellie and you like Trackmania, right there is your opportunity. Ellie's right there in the chat. If you're watching this later on YouTube, we just watched Ellie Please, all one word, ELLIEPLEASE. You can go check them out, twitch.tv/ and then Ellie Please. Go check them out, hang out with them and see what the racing is about. I think you're gonna be entertained either way. For the rest of us, I am planning on streaming for 2 more hours tonight, but it really depends on one boss, how I'm feeling, and if I get the invite from Legs, which I have not yet. All right, not yet, but I will, and I'm not too worried about it. So, hopefully we covered a lot of ground today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. I like doing this on Mondays. We did get several PBs, so I'm going to get better at this as we continue going. Tomorrow is going to be Path of Exile, and I'm looking forward to that too. And yeah, I'm with you on that vaccine. 6 months, and then it was just a no-go. I don't know. Goose Duck, I don't hate him by any long shot, but things have changed dramatically, I think. So, yeah. Sub 1 next week, I promise. All right, we'll see about that. We will see about that. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to go have some lunch. I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my day for a few hours until everybody goes. Thank you so much for being here today. Let me go ahead. Let's send it off on the solid note. You know what I mean? Let's go out with tradition. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I know Boss does too. Okay, I gotta pee real quick. All right, listen. I'm going to go make sure Boss is all right. All right. And I'll see you guys hopefully tonight, but if not, tomorrow we'll kill some monsters in Path of Exile. Guys, I love you. You know that. I'll see you later. I got room for 2. I gotta pee so bad though. I really gotta pee. All right. Yo. So the next round, go get him, Jack. I gotta go pee is what I need to do. Just a man in his dream to be heard. That's it. I gotta hold this together. If anybody wants to play and you're new here, get in here. I gotta hold this together. I gotta pee so bad. Very strong. Very strong. It's hard. It's a hard life. I gotta pee real quick. Jesus. I gotta go pee is what I need to do. This is the worst. Okay. I gotta pee real quick. All right, listen. Go get all right. Yo, all right, listen. My edible just kicked in. I just need people to hear me. This edible, I can feel. Oh my God. Yo, I need to pee so bad. I gotta pee real quick. I gotta pee real quick. Yo, NA is a server. I got room for 2. I gotta pee so bad though. I really gotta pee. All right, yo. So the next round, go get him, Jack. I gotta go pee.